Okay, good morning, everyone. Today we're going to begin a new lesson on portfolio optimization using Excel. So there are many functions that we will be learning with the use of Excel. Of course, you can do portfolio optimization using other softwares like R or Python, but Excel remains to be one of the, say, most important software, and learning functions in Excel may prove to be very beneficial and important for finance students. So, okay, let me open a new worksheet. Okay, we're going to download stock prices. We're going to learn how to download stock prices in Excel. So let's start with identifying our start date and our end date. Okay, let's download, let's say, saan ba ako nagsimula dito? 1116, sige. Let's start with a simple one. 1, 20, 20, say 3, 2023. Doble. 2023. Let's get a 2-year data. 12, 31, 2024. Okay, up to the end of 2024. Okay. And our objective for today is to be able to download stock prices from Yahoo Finance. Have you learned before to download prices from Yahoo Finance? May I have a show of hands, please? Diyan mamaya attendance. In your previous subjects, in your other subjects, have you been exposed to downloading prices from Yahoo Finance? No? Okay. Please share your answer to everyone, please. No? No? Okay. Okay, good. So let's start first with downloading prices from Yahoo Finance. And then later on, after that, we're going to download directly from Excel to Yahoo Finance. From using Excel and download from Yahoo Finance. Okay, so let's open let's open Google, and then let's type Yahoo Finance, finance.yahoo. Okay, finance.yahoo. Okay, so it will give us, it will open this Yahoo Finance site. Okay, and then let me see, markets. Okay. Let's type the ticker symbol. Okay. All stocks traded in the US, let's say, whether it's NASDAQ or Dow Jones, they all have a ticker symbol. So for example, for Microsoft, let's type here Microsoft MSFT. MSFT. Okay. Then you can see here MSFT is Microsoft Corporation. Okay, it's equity. Okay, so let's click this. Okay, the you can see here plus information, tons of information about Microsoft. Okay, so you can see here 1 day, 5-day data. Okay, 1 month data, 6 months. Okay, year to date from the beginning January 1 up to March 1, and then you can have here all. Okay, so these are the historic prices of Microsoft since it was traded. Okay, so these are some informations about the stock data, previous close, opening, bid price, ask price, etc. And we can download prices here. Okay, so asan yung historical data niya? Here, class. Here. You can see your historical data. Click this one. All right. Then it gives us the prices of Microsoft. And we're interested here. Let's define the time frame. Okay. Beginning date is, let's get March, get January 2020. What did I say? January 2023. Okay. January 2023 here. Okay. Until oops, January 2023. And then the end date is December. Here, December. Let's get the last date of December. Okay. December 2024. So 2 years, January 1, 2023 up to December 31, 2024. And then let's click done. Okay. So I'll wait for you first. Class, kindly chat, please, if you're able to follow along. Okay, please chat me, chat everyone, please, so that others know you're also finished. Thank you, Nix. Let's wait for the others. Okay. All right. And then, okay, good. So you can choose here daily, weekly, or monthly. Okay. Then the interface has changed. Before it wasn't like this. So let's download this. Where's the download? Before the download was just here. Okay, and then historical prices. Yeah, you can of course also just access the dividends only, the stock splits, or the capital gains. Here we're getting the historical prices now. Could you please, before the, where is the download? It has changed a lot. Before, the interface was not like this. So could you please help me where the download, we can download it? Okay, where is that? It's not here. Summary. Historical prices. March changed. Okay. I can type here. 01 2024 up to 12/31 2025 2024. Okay. January. Okay. Now, have you seen it, class? There used to be a tab here where we can download the data. Can find it also. Where is that? I'm surprised. Yahoo has changed a lot of things here. So if we can't, okay, might let's check, class. Let's check. Let's Google this. Download stock prices from Yahoo Finance. This is from Yahoo Finance. Okay. You can view, yeah, historical. Okay, let's see, class. Could you help me, please? Try to search. Oh, so you should have a subscription now. If you have a gold subscription, you may download historical data. If the data requested is beyond the range of, that's why. Okay, so you have to have a subscription now. Before it was not like this. Okay, before this was free. Okay, let's try to see if there's a way how to download. Okay, this one. Right symbol, that's okay. So this was the old, this was the old one, historical data. And then you can see here, class, here. This is what I was looking for, download data. Okay. You could download data and you can get this one. Now, unfortunately, you'll have to have now a subscription. Things have changed. You need the subscription already. So we can't get it from this one. Okay? Has anybody found a way around this? Because what we saw in one of the sites is that you should have a gold subscription in order to download CSV file. You can see here you have to sign in. Okay, if you sign in, okay, but before class, as I pointed out to you, this was the interface. That's why I got surprised when the interface was different. It used to be like this, class. The historical data was here. Now it's here on the side. And then there was a button here where you can download the data. You could still identify the period, historical prices, and then identify also the frequency, whether it's daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, unfortunately, we can't do that. Okay. So that's the unfortunate thing about this. And we can't copy this. Control A. Okay. We can copy the data. Okay. All right. So I'm sorry, class, we can't do this, but good thing we have Excel. Okay, so let's go to Excel now. Okay, did somebody answer here? Oh, yeah, we can't find it, class. Okay, so unfortunately, we can't do that. Before, as I showed you, you could easily download stock prices. No problem. Okay, no problem with the download. Historical data, and then you choose the details, okay, time period, and then you can download it. Then you have this. Okay, but now no longer. But good thing you can still download prices, but through Excel. Okay, so let's open our Excel file class and let's identify the start date and the end date. Okay, and maybe we can okay, here, this one class. Let's also identify the frequency here, frequency. Okay, so let's put that here in our Excel file, frequency. All right, so we'll make it daily. I'll have to check if this should be put in quotes, but let's do this. All right, now let's identify the stock prices that we're going to download. Let's have Microsoft, and then let me just copy this. Okay, Control C, Control V. All right, let's include 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Intel. Maybe let's put here Tesla, TSLA. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 9 stocks. What we're going to do is to download the stock prices. From Yahoo Finance directly into Excel. All right. So do you have that already? As an assignment class, I want you to, okay, stock history, S S T. Yeah, have your stock history. Okay, this will allow us to get the stock prices, but there are also there's another function where you can get some details about a particular stock. Okay, but let's start with stock history. Okay, now let's give names to this one. Okay, let's call this, maybe let's just highlight this. And if you recall, Control F3 class will, okay, in my case, Control, I need to press function. Okay, name manager, no. Control Shift F3, I'm sorry. Control Shift function F3 for me. Okay, so the names are in the left column. Okay, not in the top row, left column. Okay, so this means that this, okay, so this is a name. Here you can see start date. This one is end date. This one has a name frequency. Okay. So let's start here, class. And it's equal to, use stock history. STO, okay, here. So let's do this one by one. First, we're asked for the stock. What's the ticker symbol? Okay, so the ticker symbol is this one, right? Microsoft. We're not going to fix that. Okay, later on we're going to copy the formula. The start date is the start date, STA. So this is the start date, right? So yan, ba't naging ganun? Humaba yung file name kasi class, no? Okay. Let me just it's confusing if you include the file name, their start date, comma, and then I'll just click this end date. Okay, then comma. What do you have? So for the frequency, for the interval, it can be daily, weekly, and monthly. So if I type 0, that will be daily. Okay, if I type 1, that will be weekly. If I type 2, monthly. If I, okay, I think sorry, I'm wrong here, class. I should have placed 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this one, this should have been, okay, let's start. So this is 0, and then just define it to be daily. Okay. Let's change this to interval. Control Shift. I'm changing the name. Okay. I'm making this. Okay, control function F3. Where's that? Okay, I'll just remove this frequency class. Delete. Okay, so we have a new name for 0 interval. Okay, of course you can just type 0. Okay, let's start here again. Sorry, stock history. Stock history. The stock is Microsoft, comma. The start date is this date, comma. The end date is this one, comma. The interval is 0. Let's make it daily, comma. So we put here no header or show header. Let's put 1 for show header. Okay, headers are the column names, comma. And then let's put the date. Okay. So these are now the elements that you're going to put in your stock history. So I'm going to put the date and then comma. So you have here, let's just put the closing price. So you can access the closing price, opening price, high, low, and the volume. Okay, I'm going to choose the closing price, comma, 1, comma. And then there are other properties here. You can put other properties there. Okay, but let's say if you want to put also the open, high, low, close, but I'm not going to do that because, okay, let's just experiment, okay? So I can put here 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And then no more, 5. Okay, so let's see what happens to this one class. Okay, can you try this class and tell me what happens? What does Excel generate? Okay, please answer. When you answer class, please share it with everyone. So column of date, open, close. Okay, good. How about for Arliana? Are you getting an error term?
Oh, yes po, sir. I'm getting an error.
Sige, let's see. I'll run this first. Enter. Okay. So it says busy because it's still downloading the data. And after some seconds, it will now give the, it will now return the values. So I'll wait for it. And in the meantime, there you go, class. So you can see here, okay, let's take a look at our formula, function F2. Okay, so B5 is the ticker symbol, start date, end date, and then what's the 0 class? Interval, this is daily. If you use 1, that will be weekly, 2, that will be monthly. Okay, and then here is put the headers, yes. Okay, and then 0 is your date, 1 is your closing price, 2 is your, what's your 2 class? Okay, so okay, open, high, low, and then volume. So we included all the parameters there. Okay, that's why you have closing, open, high, low, volume. And this runs from January 3 until December 31. Okay, January 3 until December 31. Let's first, I'll stop share. Aliana, could you kindly share your screen?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm using iTab, so I can't share my screen po.
Ah,
I'll
tab?
just, yes po.
Oh, ano, Mac or what?
Ano, like I'm working on a laptop po, but then I'm entering the Zoom through a iPad po.
Okay, so maybe it doesn't work because of that, okay? It has to be an Excel desktop. This will not work, class, if you're in another environment because it has to work with, let me share again, Excel 365 or Excel 2021. If you're in another, let's say an iPad, that iPad class most probably does not have an Excel 365. So this will not work. Okay, it has to be an Excel 365 or Excel 2021. Okay, so you can't just, okay, take note that when I highlight one of this, okay, it highlights all your data set. Okay, and if I go here, say, and if I delete this class, it will not delete. It will not delete any item here. Delete. It will not because it's part of an array. If I click this one class, Control Shift down arrow, there. Okay, this one, you notice that it has a name. The name is A6 and then hashtag. Okay, A6 hashtag. So you can't just delete any one of this. Okay, if I, let's say, if I go here and if I press, something's wrong with my mouse or with my, okay, is equal to A6, A6 and then hashtag. Okay, Control Enter. You notice that it will replicate. Okay, Control Z. It will replicate your data is equal to A6. Okay, hashtag. Enter. Okay, it replicates that. It copies everything. So let me delete this. Control Z. All right. You can't just replace anything here. If you want to delete this, okay. So I go here and automatically this A6, okay. If I highlight this, Control Shift down arrow, I have to make sure that everything is highlighted in order to delete it. Okay, so that's how you'll delete this A6 hashtag. It means it's an array. You cannot just delete any one of those. You have to delete everything. Okay, Is my screen shared? Yeah, I think so. All right. May I have once again your comment or feedback if you're able to, if you got it, class? Try to experiment, class. Let's try to delete your A6 object. And then I'll give you, let's redo the process so that you're familiar with it. Okay, I deleted the object again. I deleted the object and then I'll go here, okay, and type is equal to stock history. So let's familiarize ourselves with the syntax. Okay. So if I go stock is again Microsoft start date, we defined it. So it's better to use this because at least you know that this is the start date and end date. Tama? And then let's try monthly this time. Let's try two. Okay. And I'm going to put headers. And what will I class? What will I download? Okay. First, I'm going to download the date. So that's 0, comma. And then I'm going to download the closing price. Okay. And then I'm not interested in downloading the other data. So I'll stop there. Okay. So what is to be downloaded is only the date and the closing price. Okay. And then I press enter. And then again, it will say busy. And then you notice here now that these are monthly data. Okay. So it's only monthly data. Okay. Kindly chat, please, if you were able to follow. Okay, good. All right. Great. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's now fill this up, class. Let's fill this up. So I'm going to once again highlight everything, control shift down arrow, and then delete this. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a few minutes. So let's see. So I want you to input here the date and the daily closing prices, and then do it for Meta, Google, Amazon. This is JP Morgan, uh, Goldman Sachs, McDonald's, Tesla, and Intel. Okay, I want you to create a separate formula because we need to create a separate formula here and then copy it down here. Okay, but notice here, because we have already the date here, I don't want you to put the date here, just the closing prices also. Okay, because the start date and the end date anyway will be the same. Okay, so let's start here again, class is equal to, okay, is equal to stock history, Microsoft, start date, comma, end date, comma, let's get daily data, comma, okay, I need header, show header 1, okay, I need the date 0, and just the closing prices 1. Okay, so this will now give us daily data. Okay, daily data up to December 31, 2024. Now I want you to download the prices from Meta, Amazon, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, McDonald's, and Tesla, and Intel. Okay. Just one formula here, and then copy to the right. Okay. So I'll give you 1 minute, please. And when you're done, please, what we should have here should be the closing prices of all these stocks. Okay. I'll give you 1 minute, please. And if you're done, class, kindly chat yes, or if not, if you're having problems, chat no. Okay, so to download class metadata, where we don't need to download. Okay, either my internet connection is so poor. Okay, here, stock history. Okay, actually, I can copy the stock history from Microsoft, but let me just do it here. Okay, and then start date, comma, end date. Okay, comma. All right, it's still daily, right? Daily, 0, comma. Okay, and we can show the header, 1, comma. And then I don't like the date, so I'll skip it. I just want the close, 1. There. So let's see. Enter. There you go, class. So yes, I placed the header, but only for the closing price. Okay. And then I can copy this. There you go. So closing price, closing price, closing price. Okay, so once more, class. Is this what you did, or did you do it with another way? Same, okay. Okay, same, good. All right. So I'll be preserving this sheet, okay, so that you may wish to preserve it also so that you can review this. I'm going to copy this, Control, okay, so I copied it here. I'll just rename this copy. So this is what I'll be working on. I preserve this so that if you may wish to preserve this so that you can review your formulas. Okay. For this one, class, I'm going to copy everything. Control C. Okay. And then I'll just paste the values. Just the values. All right. So you can see now that this is no longer an array formula. Okay. And then let me put here, just format it. Okay. And then let me just delete this, delete. So we now have just the prices, and then I'm going to delete the dollar sign. Control Shift down arrow, and then Control 1. Okay, just make it a number. All right. Okay, dollar deleted. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to do this. Okay, please message if you're done. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's Joshan? Are you done? Okay, good. All right. So everybody's here. How about Sophia? I don't see your name here. Okay, there. All right. So these are the prices of Microsoft, Facebook, Google, Amazon, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, sorry, not Golden Sachs, Goldman Sachs, McDonald's, Tesla, and Intel. Now we need to compute for the log return. So let's just copy this here, Control C, and then I'm going to put it, let's put it here, class. I'll explain why. Control 1, and then alignment, merge cells. Okay, let me put here log returns. Maybe put this in the middle. Okay. All right. So how do we compute for the log returns? The log returns class is simply you get this value. This is the later value. This one divided by this one. Okay. Okay. And then get the log of that. That's your continuously compounded returns. Okay, that's your log returns. Okay, so let's put, since this one does not have any predecessor value, okay, so this one will not have returns, right? Because there are no, we don't have the data for December 31, 2022. So let's start here. This one, you get the log in Excel, it's ln, natural logarithm, is equal to ln, open parenthesis, oops, sorry, Control Z. Okay. So this is equal to ln, natural logarithm of this one divided by this one. Control Enter. Okay, so that's your returns for, and then I can copy this to the left, and then, oops, and then copy it down. There you go. And let's see the end class. Check. ln of this one divided by this one. Okay. Maybe we can, just to distinguish it from the previous one, let's shade it a bit. Okay, again, waiting for your feedback class. Okay, good. Okay. All right, let me begin with the end in mind, class. This is what we're striving to do, class, this one. We will learn how to compute for the expected returns, okay, of your asset, and then the variance, the standard deviation, and the Sharpe ratio. That's our goal in that's our goal in mind. But before we do that, class, we will need to have some lessons on matrix. Okay, may I know, class, if you're done with FINMODE? Are you done with FINMODE, class? Are you done with FINMODE? Yes or no, please? Financial mathematics, FINMODE. So some yes, some no. Okay. Those of you who took FINMODE, may I know if you studied linear algebra? Linear algebra. Sophia, did you have a discussion on linear algebra? And Jashan and who else? No. Really? Wait. No, Jashan, were you able to get FINA? I'll go down the line, class. So let me first ask Aliana, did you take FINA math already?
No po, sir, but I have another subject that teaches linear algebra po.
What subject is that?
EcoCal.
Okay. So you're Echo also, right?
Yes po.
Okay, and then what did you use for your linear algebra? Manual.
We use manual po.
Okay, good, because we're going to use Excel here. How about Jashan?
For us naman po, wala naman po siya na-discuss since we focus on something else po. Mga
Discussion linear
GeoGebra
algebra.
po.
Okay,
Opo.
okay, thank you. And Johan?
Sir, same as ano po, Aliana, when we were in EcoCal. So
Echo.
we did it manually, yeah.
Pero manual lang yung ano nyo. Okay,
Yes.
sige, good. How about notes?
Sir, I haven't taken po. Pero
Wala pa.
I'm from STEM po nung senior high and we discussed po linear algebra.
Pero hindi sa Excel.
No po.
I
Yes,
don't
sir.
think I
But
don't
din
think
po
it's
like the
Excel.
other.
Oo, sige. Okay, good. Sophia, have I asked you? Sophia?
Na-discuss po, pero more of group report lang po. So, hindi po siya na-discuss thoroughly.
Hindi ka nag-Excel.
Hindi po.
Okay. And Sammy?
Same po. I'm part of economics kasi.
Echo. Okay, good. Sige, so that's great. We will have to have a brief review of linear algebra, class, because when you do portfolio optimization, there are some processes that's best done in the Excel environment, okay? At least in the Excel environment. So for example, this one, class. We're going to discuss this. For example, how do you generate the variance covariance formula? How do you generate the variance covariance matrix using Excel? And then how do you do optimization in Excel? Okay. May I know if some of you have already used this? Let me show that. Data. Okay. Data. And then this one, class. Could you kindly check, please, if you have this? data, and then analyze data. Okay, wait, it's not here. Okay, not this one. Add-ins. Wala pa rin, okay? Kasi hindi ko pa na-create to, no? So, all right, let's go here, class. File. Sorry, kindly follow after me. File options. And then here, add-ins. File options and then add-ins. And then go here. Okay, sorry, I might be going too fast. Files. Let me repeat that, class. File. I wonder why it's so slow. Okay, file, options, and then add-ins. And then here, class, manage Excel add-ins. Not the com. Okay, not this one, but add-ins. Go. And you should have these options. Okay, kindly click Analysis Tool Pack and also Solver add-in. If it's not yet clicked, kindly click it now, then okay. All right, then we go to data. Here, class. Data analysis. Your solver should appear here. Data analysis. If you click this, okay, you should have also your, this is your analysis tool pack, and this is your solver. Okay, here. We will be using this class for portfolio optimization. But before we go into this one, we need to first have a brief review of how Excel makes use of linear algebra operations. Okay, all right. So kindly chat, please, if you have loaded solver. We're going to use that. Okay, good. Okay. All right. So let's go back here. Okay, so linear algebra is simply the algebra of arrays or or matrices. So a matrix, very briefly, is a set of numbers. So let's call this matrix A, and it contains this one. Let's say 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 0. I'm just -1, and then this one is 2, and then 4, and then 3. Okay. So this one, class, is an array of numbers, or it's a matrix, and it has a dimension. The dimension of this matrix is 3 by 3, which is indicative of row by columns. So this is 3 by 3 because there are 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay, we can let me see. It's equal to rand array here. Okay. All right, here I generated another matrix. I use the function, okay, is equal to rand array. It will generate random numbers. Rows, columns. Let's make it rows, columns. Let's make minimum as 1, and then maximum is say 20, for example, or 10, and then integer. I'll make it an integer. Control Enter. Okay, there. So this is another set of numbers, okay, and let's call it B. And then to remove because it will keep on recalculating Okay, every time I press function, every time I press F9 class, it will change. Okay, so let me highlight this and cap this, Control C, and then remove the formula here so that it just becomes values. Okay, so if I press F9, function F9 in my case, it will no longer change because I removed the formula already. So this is matrix A, this is matrix B, okay, class. And the dimension of this matrix is, let me put this below here. The dimension of this matrix is, its dimension is 4 rows by 3 columns. Okay? All right. So we have some special matrix, and let's plot that. Let's say I3. So what's I3? So you have here 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. And then the rest are zeros. So this is your identity matrix class. It's called I3. Okay, actually this should be control subscript there. Okay. So this is I3 class. The it's called identity matrix I3 of order 3 because the diagonals are all ones, the rest are zeros. So this should be a square matrix class. When we say square matrix, the rows and the columns should be the same. Okay. If I add 0 here, 0, 0, 0, 1, okay. So this, on the other hand, is your I4. Okay. I4 means it's a 4 rows or 4 columns matrix, and the diagonals are 1, the others are 0. We'll discuss the importance of this by next meeting class. Okay, so you can perform operations in linear algebra. The whole subject class of let's say the science of why is my computer so slow? Okay, let me again generate a rand array here, 4 by 3. Okay, so it's equal to rand array. Okay, rows 4. Anyway, I have class highlighted 4 by 3, so that's okay. Columns 3, minimum I'll make it 0. Maximum I'll make it 5. Integer is 1. Okay, so I'm generating a rand array, and then when I press this class, enter or control shift enter, so I'll have to highlight everything class. Take a look at this class M2 and then hashtag. It indicates that it is a matrix or an array. Then control C and then paste special. Sorry class. Okay, sorry about that. So, did I copy this already? Control C, yeah, I think so. So this one, notice that it's no longer an array class, M2. I don't have the hashtag sign there. Okay, so let's take a look at addition of matrices. Okay, I'm going to put it here, operations, matrix operations, all caps, matrix. So first we have addition. Addition of matrices is very easy. Addition, okay, must be of the same size. So you can only add matrices that have the same size, the same dimension. So this is 4 by 3. Okay. You can add B plus C class. B plus C. Okay, we're adding B plus C. And in Excel, how do you add matrices? You have to highlight the resultant matrix. This is 4 by 3. This is also 4 by 3. So you have to highlight a 4 by 3 matrix. There. Okay. So this is equal to this matrix plus this matrix. Okay, can you try that, please? And please chat if you got the answer. Got it? Okay, how about the others, class? Got it. All right. So enter. Wait. Okay. Now before class, you needed to, when you highlight this, and then it's equal to, let's say sum of this one, comma, sum of this one. Okay. You need to press Control Shift Enter. Control Shift Enter to get the answer. Ngayon nabago na. Binago na nila yung syntax, no? So it's now equal to this matrix, comma, this matrix, and then Control Shift Enter. Okay, ayaw na, class. It used to be that in Excel 2016 or 2013, in order to perform matrix operations, what you have to do is, okay, function F2. Oops, sorry. Let me delete this. I'm sorry, my Excel is misbehaving. Naghahang. Delete. Okay. So let's see. I haven't explored class how it will behave. Notice I said you highlight first your resultant matrix. If I don't do that, is equal to this one plus this one, and then enter. Okay. Notice that it will already recognize that this is an array or a matrix, and then it will give us the correct answer. And this one is S5 hashtag. It's a matrix class. It's an array. And as I said a while ago, you cannot remove, you cannot change this. For example, I'm going to make it 4. Okay. Okay. Magkaka-problem class, no? Magkaka-problem. So undo. So please take note that when you want to change a matrix, you cannot do that. Okay, you have to, let's say, redo the operations by deleting everything. Okay, so B minus C on the other hand, okay, again, same thing. You can also perform subtraction. Subtraction with matrix operations. Okay, so once again, you can just click here, class, and then is equal to your matrix minus this one. Enter. Okay, there you go. And check 5 minus 1, that's 4. Okay. Any questions so far, class? Okay, matrix addition and subtraction is really very basic. Okay, let's have an introduction to multiplication, class. Multiplication. Multiplication, and this is very important as far as we're concerned for our portfolio optimization. Okay, let's say you have two matrices A. Matrix A has a dimension of 4 by 3. Matrix B has a dimension of, okay, let's see. Let's use this. This is A, this is B. Okay, this is B, 4 by 3. And matrix A has a dimension of 3 by 3. Sorry, this is B, this is A. This is, I'll put here A, and this is 3 by 3. Okay. All right. Two matrices are multiplicable if they only, okay, if they if they follow this rule, class. So this is matrix A, this is matrix B. These two matrices are multiplicable if and only if, class, if and only if. So this is row, column, 4 rows, 3 columns. This is also 3 rows, 4 columns. A and B are multiplicable if and only if the column of the first matrix is the same as the row of the second matrix. So this is multiplicable, class, and the resultant matrix is a 4 by 3 matrix. Okay, so B times A is okay. This is performable. Now, on the other hand, how about A times B? Okay, matrix multiplications is not commutative. So A has a dimension 3 by 3. B has a dimension 4 by 3. This is B. And you notice that the column of the first matrix is not the same as the row of the second matrix. Therefore, A times B is not performable. You cannot do matrix multiplication for A times B. Okay, again, the rule is the order of the multiplication is important. B class is 4 by 3, A is 3 by 3. So for this to be multiplicable, the column of the first matrix must be the same as the row of the second matrix, and that the resultant matrix is 4 by 3. On the other hand, A times B, A has a dimension 3 by 3, B has a dimension 4 by 3. These matrices are not multiplicable because the column of the first matrix is not the same as the column of the second matrix. All right. So let me, okay, me delete the drawings. Okay, so let's multiply, class. Let's multiply B times A because that's okay. All right. So B times A. And the resultant matrix is, let me put here B, A, and the resultant matrix is 4 by 3. Okay. 4 by 3. So we expect it to be 4 by 3. All right. Again, in the old Excel version, you will have to highlight the 4x3 resultant matrix, this one. But in Excel 365, I noticed that you don't have to do that. No? And the function to do that in Excel is mmult. So there's a function called is equal to mmult. Okay, what does this do? Returns the matrix product of two arrays, an array with the same number of rows as array 1 and columns as array 2. Okay, so you highlight array 1, which is B. This should come first, comma, array A. So it's BA, right? And then enter. Okay, notice class that just by pressing enter, okay na. No? Okay, let me redo this. Delete. So this is equal to mmult, your B, comma, your A, close. And then if I try Control Shift Enter, which was the requirement before, class? Control Shift Enter. Okay, it will not work. So Control Shift Enter does not work. Let's try one more time. This one, class. I highlight 4x3. Okay, is equal to mmult. Mmult. I highlight matrix B, comma, matrix A. Close this. Control Shift Enter. Okay, there you go. So it still works, class. This still works, highlighting the resultant matrix 4x3. And notice I10, it does not. Okay, surprising. I used here function F2, mmult, right? Oh, wait. Why is it here? Function F2. There. And then for this one, is equal to mmult. I'm not highlighting everything, class. I'm not highlighting everything. I'll first do the B matrix, comma, the A matrix here. And then I just press enter and not Control Shift Enter, enter. And then it returns the correct resultant matrix, just like this one, class. And if I highlight this, okay, notice, class, the difference. This one, class, indicates that M10 hashtag, it's an array formula. It's an array resultant. This one, class, I used mmult also. And this is an array, but you can see it's an array because of the brackets here. Here, class. You notice the difference? The old one, okay, did not change the name. It's still I10. Okay. However, we know that this is an array formula, an array output, because you notice that it's equal to mmult, and then you have here the curly brackets. On the other hand, this one, okay, you notice that there's no curly brackets here, but you have M10 hashtag. So that's the difference, but both of them are arrays. Now, if I do AB, okay, AB, and I'll just use one because for A class, mmult, okay, sorry, is equal to mmult, and then highlight A, comma, highlight B. So we were able to prove that this is perfectly okay. You don't have to highlight the resultant matrix. Moment, class. Dali. Again, apologies, class. So this one, enter class. And what do you have here? Value. Okay, which means that A and B cannot be performed because it violates the fundamental principle, fundamental law of matrix multiplication. Again, when you have matrix multiplication, you identify the dimension of the first matrix and the second matrix. Okay, and then the columns, the columns of the first matrix must be the same as the row of the second matrix. In fact, you can perform another one here. Let's say C. Okay, and let's say this is 4 by 3. So this is 3 by 5. Let's suppose you have another matrix C. So can we perform BAC? BAC, is that possible? Okay, we have to move from left to right. B times A first. Okay, this is multiplicable. The size is 4 by 3, right? 4 by 3. And then this one multiplied by, I'll put it here, multiplied by 3 by 5, which is multiplicable because 3 by 3, the same. So the resultant matrix is a 4 by 5 matrix. 4 by 5 matrix. Okay, so you can perform a series of multiplications of matrices. All right. So let's stop here, class, because next meeting will the first. Okay. Independent learning week next Saturday, diba? So I cannot violate the policy, class. So we will just have to decide, class, kung meron pa hindi tayo nakapag-meet last week, no? We will have to be able to meet next week 2 times. Kasi, class, medyo mahaba-haba pa yung i-cover natin. Okay? So ano ba yung nangyari dun sa Friday, sabi niyo sa akin, Friday na. Kaso, class, may klase ako. Pwede ako. Are you okay on a Friday, class? Wait, not March 13, not March 13 and 14 kasi may activity ako noon, may talk ako noon, no? So anyway, sige, ano na lang natin, no? Mag-chat na lang tayo, class, please. And then assignment nyo is to watch and medyo alamin nyo, class, kung ano yung mga operations ng matrices using Excel. Kasi kailangan natin yan, class. I'm just going to show you one thing before we call it a day. For example, class, ito, no? Kasi ito yung objective natin for us to be able to generate this. Ito, for example. Where are my glasses? Wala yung glasses ko. Okay. For example, this one, class. Okay, where is that? Is it this one? Here, class. Ito, class. Tingnan nyo to, ha? Class, this is x ret transpose x ret over n minus 1. So you have here some strange formulas. And these are formulas. These formulas, class, is done via, okay, this is done via M-mult, class. M-mult transpose x ret, okay? So we're going to this one, class, and that's why I had to first introduce a bit itong matrix operations, linear algebra in Excel, okay? All right, so let's call it a day now, class. I hope you learned something today. Any questions? Are there any questions, class? Yes. Attendance, mamaya. Tapos, what about coordination with the class? Yes, please, Aliana, please. I hope you can do that. Okay. I'll appreciate you doing that. Okay, so yung kailangan natin next week, ano yung natin? Ano yung magiging schedule natin? In addition to the, ano ba yung next week, class? March. Next week, class, sorry, I can't make it on a Friday. Saturday, meron tayo, no? So Saturday tayo ng March 15 ng 8:30 tayo. Ngayon, class, nag-8 o'clock ako kasi may orientation yung OJT ngayong umaga, 10 o'clock. Okay, so I have to go now, class. Thank you so much. And one last feedback, class. Did you learn something today? yung stock history at saka yung matrix operations natin.